Hello, hello. It is October 26th, 2024. Just coming up to 2 p.m. here. As you can see, I am in the city of Calgary. We are at Hill Park, about to do a little city hike, if you will. Calgary has like tons of trails where you can be in like a residential area, you can be surrounded by like buildings, lots of people, and then you can kind of escape into little pockets of nature, just kind of all throughout the city. So really fun. I used to come here all the time actually when we lived in Calgary. So looking forward to taking Klein on a little urban adventure. We are just in Calgary visiting Sean for work. So yeah, we just kind of get to come out here and do this, which is fun. We used to live in Calgary, Sean and I and Jayla, so it's been like a little blast from the past. But anyway, Klein's snoring back there. I'll have to get him in his carrier and then we will hit the trail. All right, so you can see the mountain range right there. Wide gravel path. And just like up in the foothills here. So I haven't been to a landscape like this in a hot minute. Usually we're either in around Rocky, so like very wooded, or we're in the mountains. But yeah, the foothills are like their own thing. It's cool and I missed it. And we're so lucky that it's a nice warm day and it's breezy but not like pounding wind. I was worried about that since, as you can see, not a whole lot of trees going on here. Like houses, just a sea of them. So this trail is fairly multi-use. You got lots of people walking and there's also a lot of people mountain biking because the hills are like insane. So you can really get a nice rip in. And this is also an off-leash area for dogs, so you can bring your dog here and just be mindful of that if that's not what you're hoping to run into. And there's baby Klein, his first time in the foothills. What do you think, buddy? He was like totally passed out, but as soon as he gets out and about, wide awake, looking at everything. And see, like, he really reaches with his head so he can look all around. We're kind of just rolling up and down these small hills and have these wide open views. The parking lot started like up high, so yeah. So far we haven't had to do any giant hill climbs. From where I used to access it, you started like at the very bottom of the park. So you would always have to do a major climb to get up on top, but so far it's pretty mild. We're doing the North Nose Hill loop. I forget what street it was. I'll let you know in a sec. Edgemont Boulevard. That's where we accessed it today. But we're gonna come and knock off all the little trails in the park since Sean's working in Calgary for the next probably few years, so we'll be kind of jumping back and forth between Rocky and Calgary. Get to do some more hiking in Kananaskis and stuff. Really just expand our horizons. I'm here. It's hard to really appreciate it on like a cell phone camera here, but those are the Rocky Mountains. And you can really see them clear as day from right where I'm standing. Beautiful. Sir Kleinston has the hiccups. Oh no. I feel so bad for him. You're having fun though, hey buddy? You like Hill Park? He's my little country boy in the city this week. He's never seen so many people in his life. In his almost 4 months here on planet Earth. He's been really traveling up a storm this week. We went to Grassy Lakes yesterday with a mom baby hiking group. That was a lot of fun. And it was like wintry there. I had to wear micro spikes and everything, but still nice in the city. So really gotta soak it up while you can. Yeah, lots of maps along the way. Every little bit here. So I started here and I'm doing like a loop back. Yeah, lots of information on the trail, lots of signs, off leash, and that's kind of what's going on here. Client had a little fuss, and then I popped his soother in his mouth, and he's snoring again. He's pretty tired. He's not a very good napper, or sleeper in particular, but he really likes to sleep when he's out on hikes, so I take him out almost every day if I can. Just stepped off the trail slightly. There was a little side trail here out to this little nub. All the houses. And then you just look around and it's like, what? Nature? Really blows my mind every time. So we're about to loop around. Kind of seems like maybe we're gonna drop down and go back up. Find that out shortly. First glance, it looked like this picnic table was just on the very edge of this cliff edge, but it's actually stairs going down. So we are losing quite a bit of elevation here. Started up by those bushes, and then we'll be dropping all the way down. A little paved section from the parking lot. I did make a little pit stop at the parking lot to use the washroom, and yes, I just went with him strapped to me. I'm sure some people would find that weird, but it is what it is. If you're a hiking mom, you know. And that's just how it is. Never skipped a beat with the baby snores either. So kind of a pro at that. But yeah, right now we're just on this paved section. Should be connecting to where we loop around shortly. And by the looks of how far we drop down, looks like we will be climbing at some point, but didn't really come to Nose Hill Park to stay on flat ground. Nice to get a little workout in here. So I'm really wishing I was in a t-shirt, and that's just the way it is this time of year. You just don't know. It's changing like even hour by hour, the temperature. Klein's quite bundled up, but he's a baby and he's not, you know, doing the exercise. He's just sleeping. So yeah, and then when there is a breeze, it's cool. But right now I'm going slightly up and I'm like cooking. Even though it is like pretty overcast, kind of more dark-ish day, it's just warm. So I'm not loving this paved bit. I don't really like walking on pavement, but it's to be expected. Pretty much every park with a trail system in Calgary area has a mixture of paved and dirt or gravel walking paths throughout the parks. So just something to keep in mind. But then it makes it more like accessible to people who are biking, like road bikes, and just like stroller friendly, wheelchair friendly, that kind of thing. All right, so it seems like this loop's been about equal parts gravel path and pavement. It looks like I'll be finishing off on the pavement here, but I've just been walking on the side in the grass. A lot of people are doing that too. You just gotta be watching for dog poop. It's kind of a hot spot for that when you're on these paved trails. But yeah, we're reeling it in. I attempted like 3 times to get Klein to take a nap before we came out, but no success, and he has just been sleeping this whole time. So I have to be actively on a hike essentially to get him to take a rest. So no rest for me. That's okay. I am gonna have to figure out a better backpack situation here, because I'm just like, my shoulders are hurting so bad and there's not really even that much stuff in here. So yeah, I definitely need something with the same amount of capacity, because now I just have to bring even more stuff with me when I go out, but just something that fits me a little better, I think. And yeah, maybe just like sits up higher or something, but I am feeling it. I'm looking forward to the end. Just making my way up this last hill. You can see a bit of downtown just the tops of a few buildings. Mountains just off to the side here. And traffic jam. Lovely. Little dude starting to wake up. How do you know we're at the end? He just automatically wakes up when we're coming to the end of the trail. I have been walking steadily, haven't tried to wake him up or anything. He just knows we're there. How'd you like the walk, buddy? You ready to go home? So just looking down into the parking lot. It's pretty busy, but easy to find a spot. And it's a Saturday afternoon. Beautiful t-shirt weather if you're smart enough to wear one. So don't really have to worry too much about that. Bathrooms over here. And nice. Couldn't remember if there was a light at that intersection or not. That'll make getting out of here easier. All right, so back of Jeep, getting baby ready to go back in his car seat. I'll show more over the next while of how you get a baby on a hike, but I'll do that when I have more hands with me, because he doesn't really like it when we stop, so I kind of have to hurry up and get him moving again. So Klein is in his seat, and doesn't he look so handsome in his little lumberjack suit? So what did you think of Nose Hill Park, buddy? You want to tell the people what you thought? Did you have fun? Yeah? You like the foothills? You ready to go home and tell Dad all about it? And Grandpa's coming too? All right, tell him see you in a little bit. I'll tell you about my big adventure with Mom. Okay, time to get going here. All right, so that was 5.7 kilometers. 1 hour, 28 minutes it took at a very leisurely pace. So that's not bad for an afternoon stroll. It's 3:43 right now. We've got about a 14-minute drive back to the apartment. So yeah, you can really get like a nice outing in and not really have to go that far. So anyway, I'm also super hungry, so I'm gonna go find something to eat. But yeah, probably be back in this area in the next few weeks or so. Plan on coming about once a month, as long as the roads are good, because you know winter is coming. So that was Nose Hill North Loop from Edgemont Boulevard. And yeah, thanks for coming along. See you at the next one.